are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Superdome here in New Orleans. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They started on the ground with Eckler, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. For the Bucs and Saints, expected to possibly be the 2 to slug it out for the NFC South title in 2022. The Saints have had the Bucs number pretty much since the arrival of Tom Brady, at least in the regular season. They're 4-0 against Tampa Bay the last 2 seasons in the regular season. But remember, when Tampa won the Super Bowl, they did defeat New Orleans en route to that title. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Well, this defense for the Bucs, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
So nothing doing there. And it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Taken in at the 22. Running right through it. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And some room to work. A beautiful fake. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 44 yards. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see. Back to Taylor on 1st down. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. Taylor is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. So both sides of the football contributing here early. Their defense forces the punt, and then the offense takes it down the field and punches it in on the short touchdown run.
And, Brandon, that's good complementary football, and that's what they're going to need if they want to get out of here victorious.
Extra point up and good from Santoso. And it's now a 7-0 game. Santoso now to send this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Off play action. Newton. He's got him in. Complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now Newton on first down. That is caught by Mims. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Newton. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he'll take it into the end zone for a Saints touchdown. Justin Jefferson, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up. Rosas good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for, and taken. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they had been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there, because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now Jones. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Well, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Play action. It's Newton. Rolling to his left. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The Saints had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right. Working with 2nd and 5 now.
They fake the give. Newton.
Looking Austin Eckler's way again. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain it.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has. Showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Off play action. Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Cam Newton with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Saints have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now 21-7. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now Jones off the play fake. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First and 10, Taylor now.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory.
65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
From just shy of midfield, Jones. That's caught by Golladay.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 24-yard line. Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. Again, it's Taylor. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set them up first and goal.
Off the bootleg. Jones. He'll buy some time right. To the right and complete to Golladay.
And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Kenny Golladay, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Buccaneers are back within a score. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Santoso now to send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. There he goes left side. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Saints.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back.
A throw for Golladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Alex Singleton. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. And unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a fourth down. Now Aldrick Rosas for the field goal attempt. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Rosas' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already, they need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. And Ryan Santoso on now to try the field goal. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Up and good for Santoso. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Now a quick throw into the hands of Jefferson.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now it's Newton. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Looking for Mims, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And the Buccaneers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left.
And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Jones now on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete to Samuel.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
They'll run here with Taylor.
A nifty move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line down at the 2. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Another shot here from the 2 as they come up on 3rd and goal.
They'll look to run with Taylor.
Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Deebo Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Bucs are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point up and good from Santoso.
And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Santoso now to send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On first down, it's Newton.
He'll air this one out for Mims.
And this one is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple of weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Newton. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, New Orleans. Juju Smith-Schuster, 55 yards. And the Saints use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground incomplete.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 24 yards. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. They'll look to throw again. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 27. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Back to throw again. Completes it to Samuel. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Now Jones. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, it's Taylor. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
2nd and goal from the 1. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They'll try and run Taylor. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They throw for it on 4th and goal at the 1. And the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance of winning.
Yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
Yeah, and knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. William Jackson with a pick. And the Bucs are right back in this football game. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Jones. Able to hook up here with Ridley. And they work this well upfield across the 45. To throw is Jones. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Jones. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can. Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Albert Okuwebunam, the intended target. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 17-yard line. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath.
and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And Santoso now to send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all three timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Newton's going to throw it. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Newton. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Elsewhere, fourth quarter score now for Baltimore. The Dolphins, they've now taken the lead. That has been a back-and-forth affair. Jones, a win would be their second on the young season. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him to completion.
Now Jones. He'll get that complete to Albert O. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Jones looking around. Throwing deep for Galladay. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Now one more shot at it. Obviously, again, they've got to go for the end zone.
Well, we've seen it happen before. How about Aaron Rodgers throughout his career? He seems to pull it off about every other week. But if I'm the defense, I'm rushing the quarterback and making him move away from his throwing off.
Well, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. It's Roger McCreary with a pick. And the Saints are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was.